What's good? It's your boy Zara Rice Reserve. I don't usually talk about things that happen in battle rap, but I happen to have some type of feeling towards this situation. Um, I want to say first off, I must agree with what some blogger said. I don't know it to be serious. Let me tell you guys something. There was a time when I tried to get a friend to speak up when she was in a situation, and the situation was somebody violating her. She looked me in my eyes and said, no. I now understand after time why she did, because the trauma of the incident and embarrassment. I understand that. But when a guy does something like that, or a boy, I don't care how old they are, you are supposed to speak up. You're supposed to let people know. You got to understand, there's people that you don't even know that will readily do something for your having your back against that happening to you. And the way it was released, it was so like blase blah, like another day. It was the way she did it. It was not similar to the friends that I know did go through and had it happen. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen. It's possible. But the reason I'm here is to say this. Math Hoffa, if this is true, please, stand up and do whatever to get the situation right. But if it is not, do not sit back and let it linger on. These allegations make and break men. They do. They break careers. They make and break careers. Look at Jeffrey Epstein. That was a major thing we talked about, how it broke him. Don't let these situations break your career if it's not true. But if it did happen, please stand a parent for these issues. If it was your daughter, if it was someone you loved, you would not want to hear something like that and be okay with it. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not fair to let that linger on. And another thing, we just dealt with a situation that had to happen in battle rap that I didn't speak about because it's not important. Because I've been told you, rappers that are big name stars, they've been telling. They're telling right now. It's a fact. Whether you notice or not, that's another question. That's another decision. But I'm saying this from respecting the talent he brings to the stage. Please speak up if not. Because I seen the statement released on by Rome DMV that he was talking about the URL is not involved at all. And I understand that. But Hoffa, you gotta come back from this in some way, shape, or form. And I seen the one battle you did. Like, I don't know if it's your last battle you did. You gotta get back into it. You go from being prospected as someone who's well respected, well rounded in the game. You gotta uphold that. Now you're on YouTube doing your thing. I give respect for that. I got respect for that. I'm just asking that you step up and deal with this situation. I do not want to see this impact your career. Many great men have been broken this way. If you didn't do it, I just want you to come out and explain that you didn't do it. If you did, let it be known a mistake got made. Deal with what's going on with it and move on. Because we all know, let's be honest, there are a lot of females that are part of that on the outside, not part of it on the outside of the culture, that have been trying to get rappers to do things, have been egging on rappers to do stuff in battle rap. That's a fact. That's a fact. They have been hanging around them like they're trying to get something. Like, then let me put it this way. I'm not saying you had to have a father in your life, but let me explain something to you. If you're a girl or a woman hanging around men or a group of men, if they're not eventually thinking of doing stuff with you or trying to get something from you, they're gay. That's just the truth. That's what they're thinking about. It's nature. It's science. So then they hang around them so much. A situation like she's claiming happens, and they wonder why. If you're hanging around a bunch of men, they're thinking that you're with the crew. You listen to all these songs, you gotta know what they're doing. And I'm not saying hanging around them means you deserve anything, or dressing a certain way means you deserve it. But if you are around them consistently, It could be a thought. That's what I'm saying. If they're a heterosexual and they're not preferencing what you aren't, then it's going to be a thought. You can't think it's just hunky dory. They're not family, not related, and nothing. And then you're like wondering why they tried to get you to do something. He's hanging around you for a reason because he thinks something's going to come of it, especially if you're approaching them. I just want you to consider the dangers of being around men, grown men that are heterosexual and thinking that they're not thinking about you in that way. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on now. I'm looking for the truth to come out. This is crazy. Can someone share what really happened, or can one of you speak up, or Math speak up, because she already put her post out, and speak so we can understand it. Like, I know it's been a while since you've been a huge thing. Like, what that huge thing doesn't even matter. It's longevity, and you lasted long in the game. I don't want to see your career end like this dealing with the game or the URL. Please step up and make things right or help it get figured out. All rights reserved.